Yo everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the new Tamanna palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the latest collaboration by Anastasia Beverly Hills with a makeup artist, as she's done previously with Maya Mia and with Amrezy. And so this is the third installment. Tamanna Roshan is a makeup artist, and on Instagram she is called Dress Your Face. She's very popular. She holds makeup seminars and all kind of things. She's very beautiful and she just does amazing looks. And in case you're wondering what this thing here is, this would be my niece. I am babysitting and I have to keep an eye on her. So unfortunately, you may hear a few noises now and then, but she's quite small, so I can't just leave her on her own. I'll go and give her to my parents in a minute. She's just at the moment just sitting and kind of staring at me. So yeah, so if you see something moving around here, that's what that is. Oh, there we go. She's not allowed in the video, by the way. So she's just kind of sitting and chilling. She just woke up, so she's a bit ratty. Okay, I've managed to get rid of the kid and give her to my parents, because you can't have a 7-month-old baby next to you when you're filming. They just take up too much of a distraction, as cute as they are. Anyway, back to the palette. So this is the brand new palette by Tamanna Roshan for Anastasia Beverly Hills, the third palette. And first things I'll have to say is that I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I had my reservations to begin with because it looked, from the promotional pictures on Instagram, from the pictures Anastasia Beverly Hills showed and Tamanna herself, it looked very samey to the other two palettes, the Maya Mia one and also the Amrezy one. And now that I've actually got it, I have to say that there may be some shades here and there which may be similar-ish, but I actually think it's a really gorgeous palette. Now, this is the palette that's been released for the holidays, so it's a limited edition one. It will sell out ASAP, just like the other two. You can't even get them anymore. So if you really want to get this, I suggest getting it now. I got mine from Cult Beauty, which I'll list below, and I believe Beauty Bay also sell it in the UK, and I'll list that again below. So first things first is we will discuss the packaging, which looks like this. It's very kind of South Asian inspired. Tamanna herself is, I believe she's Afghan, and so she does a lot of Indian, South Asian, Middle Eastern bridal makeup and that sort of thing. And so that is the reason for this kind of packaging. It's kind of to reflect her personality and her heritage. Then these are the 10 shades. They look like this. I hope that my super bright light is showing this properly, because it's dark now in London. I've been so busy today. It's my brother's 30th birthday and he's like gone out, and I just haven't had a chance to. Obviously I've been left with his child, so I'm hoping that these colours are showing themselves up nicely. Now what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to go onto Instagram and just kind of read off a few things about the palette. Now what Dress Your Face or Tamanna Roshan has said is that she's been working on it for a year and creating my all-time most favourite shades in custom textures and finishes just in time for this limited edition holiday palette. Strongest and most silky pigments and finishes to effortlessly create any look imaginable. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills gave her the opportunity to collaborate on a custom palette that would fit all of her needs and clients' needs into one truly magical creation inspired by my own Middle Eastern and Indian background. As I said, there are 4 matte shades altogether, and the other 6 are shimmery shades. And so we're going to first start off with Fresh, which is that one on the end. That's the first matte shade, and it's basically a creamy colour basically. There's no other way to describe it. It looks like that, and it's what I've put on my brow bone today. I am using, obviously, as I did with the other ones, I'm using this palette on my eyes today. I've actually put this picture on Instagram, and if you are interested in me doing a tutorial with this palette, please do let me know. So yeah, so this one she has recommended to use Fresh as like a highlight for your brow bone. I'm also using it as an inner tear duct highlight, because what she has suggested is that, you know, it's nice to have brow bone highlights which are not shimmery ones. I mean, personally I don't mind shimmery highlights, but quite a lot of people don't like shimmery highlights because they want the shimmer to remain on the lid. So that's the first one, and again, very creamy, very pigmented. The one thing that I will say about this whole palette is the shades are pigmented, easily blendable. They are just stunning. There's nothing wrong with these shades. That's the one thing you need to take away from this, is that there's nothing wrong with it. The palette itself, the actual pigmentation, the blendability, the durability and that sort of thing, excellent. 10 out of 10. Just the same as all of Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So we're just going through it just to show you the colours and that sort of thing, really, and to see whether or not you're interested in buying it. Now the next one is called Blush, and I forgot to say I only got this palette today. This is the first time I'm using it, so some of these shades I've not used. Now this one here is called Blush, and I hope you can see that. It is basically like Fresh, but it's got a bit more of a golden tone to it, and it is a shimmery shade. So that one there is Fresh, that one next to it is Blush. As you can see, it is a very, very shimmery shade. That's my light is bouncing off the light. That's how shimmery it is. Gorgeous. The next is Venezia, which is this kind of tealish blue, but I'd say it leans more to the blue side. And again, what Tamanna has said is that it is a perfect pop of bold colour inspired by the exotic jewels of India and the Middle East. I wouldn't call it a teal. Teal to me is a mix between green and a blue. This one looks a lot more blue to me and somehow reminds me of the Maya Mia shade. But again, I'll go into that afterwards. So it looks like that. There it is. These are all one swipes, by the way. So again, just to show you how pigmented these shades are. The next one is Gilded. And it looks like that. And it's like a lovely antique-y kind of Indian type of gold, and I'm using that on my lid today, and it is a gorgeous shade. Looks like that. And it is the one on the end next to the blue. Reminds me a lot of Woodwinked by MAC. Now this one on the end is called Custom, which is just a strange name for a colour, and it's like a taupey greyish brown shade, but more leaning towards the grey, and I have put that here. It's a really nice shade, really wearable for daytime and nighttime. Now so far I'd have to say from all of these, my favourite shade is the one I'm about to show you. It's called Sangria, and it's like this cranberry shade on the end. And I think it's absolutely stunning. I've used it in my crease, my upper crease today. And I do have to say, when it comes to kind of Indian-y, Arabic type of looks, all you ever need is a cranberry shade or a purple shade, a gold and a black. And then you have got that look down. And that is kind of what the look that I've got on my eyes today. And I love this shade, and it is so pigmented. Reminds me of Cranberry by MAC. And what's the other shade that is? Vainglorious by MAC as well, because I've got that one. And it looks like that. Lovely. The next one is called Bengal, and it looks like, where is it? This one there. And it's just basically like a warm matte brown shade, so perfect transitional blendy shade. It's quite pale actually, but it's still very pigmented, and it will be great to use in the crease. Next one is Chocolate, and that's what I'm actually wearing on the outer V and the lower crease today. And it looks like that. It's basically just a dark brown shade. Really, really easy to blend. A gorgeous shade. I loved putting this on my eyes. It looks like that. Then there's this one here, which is called China Rose. And it's almost like a mix between gold, pink, a bit of orange, bit of coral in there as well. So a really nice multi-dimensional colour. Where shall I put that now? I'll put it down here. Next to some random makeup stuck on my... There we go. Really beautiful shade. Really nice to use all year round, I'd say. I don't know why this is called a holiday palette. Maybe just because when it's released, well, it's September. Nothing really screams holiday about it to me, but whatever. And then the last one is called Noir, which is obviously, as the name suggests, a dark matte black. and I used that to blend out my lower lash line today, and looks like that. Just a standard matte black. They claim that it's blacker than black, but I think everybody says that. It's a black. And that's it. What else this comes with is just like the Mia Mia palette did. I wish the Amrezy one did, but I guess they decided to do that after one. Is a bunch of Get the Look cards, which gives step-by-step instructions how to get various different looks with this palette. And I do have to say that I did use this one today. I used that one. What do you think? I know the light is not doing me any favours. This is obviously like professional photography, but hey, I think I did a pretty good job. What do you think? I'm even using the Brow Wiz on my brows as well. I'm not a makeup artist either, so I try. Anyway, it's really good that it comes with these. Now, in comparison, and I'm going to do this really quickly because I don't want this video to be really long. Now, let's get out the Mia Mia palette and compare a couple of colours. Now, I would say that Fresh is very much like Nude. And that was Fresh, to remind you, was this first one here, the creamy matte colour. And then Nude, which is, okay, I need to use a different finger. Nude. Let me put them side by side. Kind of the same. I'd probably say Nude has got a bit more of a grey tone to it, but pretty similar. Now, the ones that stand out as very similar to me, how the hell am I supposed to hold this? Okay. Venezia and Aqua, which are the two bluish shades. Am I holding this the right way around? Yeah. So this is the Mia Mia palette, and this is the Tamanna palette. Now, I have to say Venezia looks a bit more, and that would be that one there, has got a bit more of a bluish green tone to it. So yeah, because it is supposed to be a tealish shade, whereas this one is a bit more of sky blue, I'd say. And then there's Fresh Peach and China Rose, which that's China Rose there, and that's Fresh Peach. I've swatched them next to each other, and they are very different. The bottom one is China Rose, and the top one is Fresh Peach. So it's good to know that there is quite a big distinction between those two colours. One is very vibrant, the other one not so much, and definitely more of a peach shade, where the other one has got more orange, more pink, more gold tones to it. Now, this is Venezia, and there's Aqua, so you can see the difference between the two shades. Quite a big difference. And what else? There isn't much else, I'd say. Maybe Caramel and Bengal. Let's see. No, even these two. The thing is, sometimes in the pan, things can look very similar, but they're really not. So, Caramel is the one below, and the one above is Bengal. Caramel's definitely got more of an orange, kind of brownish tone to it, whereas the other one's a lot more lighter, more of a soft brown. And then, in comparison to the Amrezy palette now, I have to say that from looking at them both, there is obviously Caramel's already in this. LBD and Noir, they're both blacks, and blacks are blacks, let's be honest. And it's got vanilla in it. Maybe Gilded and Topaz. Let's try those two together. Alright, these two look the same. Those are those two on the end. You can see. They do look very similar. Very similar, actually. So other than that, that's probably the only same-ish one from the Amrezy palette. But these are pretty unique shades to this palette. So I have obviously shown you comparisons from the other two palettes. And I'd say it's worth buying, personally. I think it's a great palette. I think the colours are beautiful. I think they're lovely. I think there's something for everybody. And I would highly recommend this. As always, it comes with a nice little brush, which I've not really used yet. And the colours themselves are gorgeous. Yeah, so very well done to Tamanna Roshan for collaborating with Anastasia Beverly Hills on this palette. I think she deserves 2 thumbs up. And yeah, so if you've got any more questions about this palette itself, let me know below. If you'd like me to do a review, not a review, a tutorial, maybe I can do it tomorrow, by using maybe one of those Get the Look cards. And yeah, so just let me know below. Other than that, I hope you're all great, and I hope that you're having a lovely September. It was my birthday last Saturday. Now it's my brother's birthday. God knows why we have our birthdays so close together, but Make sure you follow me on Instagram, because this is when I showed when I bought this. Obviously I update that daily, and this I update weekly. So you can always follow me on there and ask me stuff on whatever it is. Leave any comments below. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love you to subscribe, actually, because it's the only reason I continue to do videos is for my lovely subscribers, because you're all fabulous. Other than that, I'll see you soon. Bye.